Welcome to the National Book Rating Index. This is how you use it. You come in and you can type in the author name. So let's look up Sarah J. Maas, and then we will see her books, and then you want to see more about them. You click on here to look at it. You can see these 98 removal documents. PEN America should be verified, and I'll show you why in just a second. The rest of them we have put in, and we link to the documents where we found the information so that you can verify it. This is the Utah State Board of Education documenting all statewide removals. This is the South Carolina. This goes to a spreadsheet that is maintained by Escambia County to show their removals. You can click and see the reviews and the forms that were submitted. So we're trying to give people the best information that we have. So make sure you click on these links so you can learn more about them. The other thing is the reports. This will take you to the Book Looks report, which has page numbers and excerpts, and we use these to share with schools. The Consult AI review, this is generally helpful. It brings a bunch in, but we know there are reviews that you want to find plugged in. The reports are here. You can read about sexual content, the other things that parents might be concerned about. These are the reports handed in by Escambia County, the person who challenged the book. Industry reviews. This one happens to be a Kirkus review, and then we have Kiss the Book. Every book is going to have different ones, but getting a multitude of perspectives is very helpful. So that's what we're trying to give people. So let me explain a little bit about these PEN America reports. Up here you can see that this document will show you the reports from PEN America. You can see down here where it says this PEN America reported in August 21 that it was banned in the classroom the day you began. So they report this as a ban. Nevertheless, if you research the school, and you can see that this was done on May 19th, 2026, that this book is actually in 3 different libraries in Central York High School Library. So we encourage you to search the school yourself to see if it actually is banned from wherever PEN America says that it is banned. You can also find here the reviews and ratings. That Book Looks gives it a 0 to 5. Rated books recommended. The Good and the Beautiful recommended. By the way, The Good and the Beautiful does not recommend 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea because it takes the name of God in vain. And so, having them and the Human Rights Campaign recommend this book looks like a beautiful book because of all the recommendations. Be sure to open this so you can see the information from PEN America. That's listed in the speaker notes right here. It was January 22nd. These are the books, and this is a video right here, if you click on it, that you can watch to see how to search those schools. So now we're going to learn about potential violations. So potential violations, it may violate local law or policy, and we're going to look at those links. So this one, let's look at Ace Voices, the potential violation. So this came from a library director who requested this be put in. So I added it in. And this is the legislation that in each state, there are 38 states that say you can't have anti-Semitism in there. And then flagged for local review. This is just because we've done it by author. These are the authors who have signed on to boycott Israel, which goes against state law. So if library directors are concerned about that, we have cross-referenced all of these authors with the authors in our database. And so this author, Eris Young, maybe there's another Eris Young, so I always encourage you to double check. This is a potential violation. This is for the Utah Sensitive Materials Law. This is what is against the law. Anything that is a description or depiction of this, here's the law. And then this was removed in a district. But just checking out this system, we can customize this potential violations to your law, to your code, and run them through. You filter by potential violations and just see the Utah Sensitive Materials laws right here. So you can view these reports created by AI. filter by rating. One of the things I like to see is if you do youth restricted, you think, oh, these are all bad books, they shouldn't have them. No, not so. Let's look at recommended for youth restricted. And this is Ellie Wiesel. And it's just because the content is more mature because of the, let's take a look at the report. Controversial reference to alternate sexuality and references to hate. So maybe a high school crowd, but at least the parents have the information so they can decide for their child. Penn America says it's removed. Once again, verify. Filter by removal and restriction type. I contacted the leader in Escambia County who knows the system in and out and asked if some of these were removed or challenged, and they gave me a no. Where's Utah? There we go. Utah statewide removal. So when you look at these books that have been removed, you can see where they've been removed across the country. Alpine School District, Cameron, Davis, Jordan. You need 3 to trigger a Utah statewide removal. And this links to their documentation. So for instance, Davis School District right here, you could see their removals and also the committee reviews by clicking on what the committee said. Here's the committee feedback, and it was removed because this does contain sensitive materials. So once again, linking back to original sources to help the libraries make the best decision. The prison list as well. This is where we get the prison list, and it is a spreadsheet that you can download and take a look at. And if you're curious, how do you know which one matters? We have our ratings published here. So our rating standardization table, banned in prisons. We marked it the lowest, not for kids, as a 3 because we don't know the level. They have Taekwondo books that are removed from prisons, So the only reasons we took it out was if the stated reason was it was explicit pornography or bestiality. And the rest we didn't know about. All of these are reflected in the NBRI, our 33,000 books. We also have LGBTQ, CRT, and that's because it violates some of the laws here, some of the local laws and policies. This is just a sampling to say that people called this law right here the Don't Say Gay bill, and this is basically for K through 3. They don't want any instruction on sexual orientation or gender identity. If it has explicit gender ideologies, meaning that they're saying, hey, you might be a girl, you might be a boy, go ask your teacher to help you transition, it would be rated a 2. But if you have no instruction or information, there is just diverse characters. And then a 0 has no gender ideologies, is that you can get automated inventory reviews. And that is $100 per library, whether it's a school or a community, it doesn't matter. And so you just click on here and it gives you the information on how to export it. If you have Destiny Follett, if you have something else, it should be pretty simple to export that. You get the best results if you have the title, author, and ISBN numbers in there. So no school can say that they don't know what's in there. They now have the opportunity to see it. And now we're going to search this and see. So Syracuse High School, this is the inventory list that was run. And we see that these books are all rated 5. This has been challenged and retained. So we know that's there. This was challenged and removed. So sometimes it will show up in their inventory that they have exported, but it says not available. So go check the inventory to see the status of the book in Follett. 5 means it's deviant, 4 means it's adults only, 3 means it's youth restricted. It's like a rated R. The content designation means somewhere it was reported as removed. That means that maybe it was temporarily removed so it could be reviewed because it was donated and then it was put back. The LGBTQ scale, just so you understand that, means that there might be a brief mention somewhere, or it might be a central theme. We do not differentiate right now because we don't have a scale and because we've aggregated all of these reports. So right now it's just a broad yes or no. In our green light form, this is where parents can give this to librarians. They can click on it and print it. We're going to be putting this into Peach Jar. what the librarian will do is run the title through the NBRI and see what the rating is and contact the parent first. The parent can read the reviews and give their green light for their child to check it out. Informed choice. They can't make a choice if they don't have the information. And so the parents should be the one deciding for the kids, especially with how explicit this content has become. We have the removed and challenged, and the parent can read those reviews. Okay, so this one, this removed document, this is the challenge form that was submitted in Clay County by Bruce. And he has circled things and give information to parents that isn't out there anywhere else. So this was another challenge given by in Santa Rosa County. And this has, it's nice. Page numbers in red. And then parents can say, I don't know if I want my child to read it. But again, if it's flagged as challenged or removed, in the NBRI, they can read those removal documents right here. So these are all the recommended books, and you can see who recommended them as well. The American Heritage School, and this is their list for summer reading, broken down by age, and this was all integrated into the NBRI. The Good and the Beautiful, this is their recommended report, and you can see why they like it. So we hope that you want to use the NBRI because it's so awesome.